YouTube! Hi! Hope you're having a great day! Today we will be reacting to Stalker Gamma Review Fent Edition by SsethTzeentach. Finally, some juicy video from Seth again. I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, let's get into the reaction. And then, let's get into the video. I'm really excited to see it. Pop.
Hey,
Hey Seth! How are you
the zone
doing?
gives and the zone takes. It gives acute radiation poisoning, which forces
Yeah.
me to chain smoke
It's
Lucky
like
Strikes
every day
and run
there.
around in a
So
drunken
much
haze.
poisoning, so
And it
much
takes
stuff.
my sanity, as the anomalous object strapped to my belt sends Discord notifications directly to my brain, which
imagine
is
that would be
preferable because
painful,
each time it makes me tweak
I
out,
think.
I have to reload. And each time I attempt my driving practical, I fail
Driving?
to correctly yield at the poltergeist.
Wait a second. They are driving to Gamma? That's new. Like I played it a year ago and there's already driving? I should play it probably again.
Failed my examination. Why are we here? Because being paid the equivalent of $50
Because
to
money
dodge mutants while unjamming
freedom.
my shotgun seemed
That's fine.
like a good idea. Until I got burnt, irradiated, shocked, sucked off, and
Sucked
soaked in the
off.
rain. My gas mask is more shards
Well,
than glass.
the
And the
average
last
day
artifact I found
in the zone.
tried to eat me instead. I'm broke,
Baba Yaga.
tattered, and hungry, but at
Hungry?
least I can see my next meal.
Oh, piggy. Well, I guess it's not your meal. The animal took it from you.
Sometimes
It's
the winning
everybody.
move is none at all. Why
Yep.
work when everyone does it for you?
Like,
Forget
yeah,
the journey. I'm just
Let me
here
pause
for a
it a
paycheck.
second. Also, sorry for pausing so much in my reactions. I'm really sorry for that. But, you know, I don't know if I can speak well its place. But yeah, it's definitely much better to let everyone shoot themselves and, you know, then go in, collect the loot, and go out.
Check. What faction even is this?
What
I
the
have
hell?
less
Wait,
than I started with,
that was
and the
Sonic?
only possession I ever had just got stolen by a telepathic hobbit.
Oh, yeah, these
As I
telepaths.
realize I've misclicked and accidentally
What the
eaten
hell?
raw meat, I look at a photo of my boy wife.
Wait,
One
you can
last
do
time.
that now?
But it's not all bad. Each
That's
day
new.
brings a beautiful morning, and I've saved enough money to buy a new pager.
Origin Israel.
Strange.
Oh boy.
Feels a little heavy.
Oh.
Remember, everything you ever do online is recorded.
Yes,
Even if you
indeed.
think to delete it, it's all being saved for future opposition researchers for when you finally try to make something of your life.
Oh, it's Night
But
Rain. Never played it.
between you and me, I know you would never say anything weird. However, we don't
Definitely
know
not.
what's considered too
No.
much by the people of tomorrow. Maybe our next generation of oligarchs made it big off a 6-7 rug pull. So now you're
Oh,
forced
boy.
to live life in the shadows, lest your new crypto overlords find one
You
of your
mean-
myriad posts mocking them for falling for the most obvious rug pull since Hog Tua.
61.
Kind of
What?
like Roko's basilisk, but if Roko was repeatedly dropped on their head as a baby. This future must not come to pass. Download ExpressVPN.
Oh.
Every online activity
What
goes for your
what are you
IP
doing,
address,
Seth?
and every site is writing it down. One little number may not seem too compromising, but think about how many websites you give your personal information to. After all, you can't use
Sad.
Amazon without an address. All it takes is for one of these companies to sell your data, and boom, all of your personal information and post history
make
are now
AI from
easily
it.
accessible in one massive database. ExpressVPN protects you by routing all of your online traffic through a secure encrypted tunnel. Whenever
see.
I want to post something that the enlightened thinkers of the future might take issue with, I just open the app, pick a
Russian
country,
spy.
and connect.
Hong
Now
Kong.
my burner accounts are truly anonymous, and thanks to ExpressVPN, I don't have to worry about getting put in a soul gem for posting Sam Altman as a rat trapped in a
What?
bubble. Find out how you can get 4 extra months free
Go get it.
by
Go
scanning
get
the
it.
QR code on
Go.
screen, clicking the link in the description box below, or by
Upset.
going to expressvpn.com/Seth.
Get it. It's
Stalker
up there.
Anomaly is a
It was
standalone
up
total
there.
conversion that merges the original free games. Stalker Gamma is more than 550
Yeah.
configurable mods on top of Anomaly, and the best experience I've
What
ever
the
had.
hell is this?
However, missing a single step in the free hour installation botches the whole process
Yeah,
and puts you
I
right
remember
back to the
how-
beginning. In response, GOG developed a
Yeah.
single-click installation that handles everything.
yeah,
If you
I
own a
remember.
copy of Call
Blah,
of
blah, blah.
Pripyat, the Enhanced Edition, or Stalker 2 on GOG, you can add Stalker Gamma to your library. I've put them on sale. If you're too late for the sale, buy a CD key. If you can't afford a CD key, Steal everything and install it manually.
Yeah.
It's performance heavy, so while you're at it, find your nearest /r/PC Master Race meetup. Find out where they live and rob them at gunpoint.
Yeah.
I recommend formatting the
Makes sense.
SSD immediately, as it most definitely contains Lolicon. The Zone
Oh.
has a mind of
What
its
the-
own, where everything works exactly as intended. Just don't alt-tab
It
during a
just
screen or
works.
you lose audio. And make sure you finish Lab X19 in one go, because that timer doesn't reset and you can accidentally softlock yourself. And
What?
if you spent the last hour searching for a story artifact that can't be found, that's because it's been thrown out of map bounds by a graph anomaly, and your only option is spawning it yourself using the debugging console. Despite all this is still surprisingly stable.
Yeah,
Now let's get to
and
the
fun,
meat of it.
honestly.
You can start as any of the major factions. Would you like to be left alone as the whole map chimps out? Become a scientist. Would you like to do crime?
I think
Join
that's-
the bandits. Would you like to do organized crime? Join the government. But to experience most of the story content, you'll want to stick to something neutral. For a second playthrough, just turn on Warfare and play whatever. Unless it's Renegade, which is a documented form of self-harm. The Zone exists to
boy.
the present day of 2018. The Brain Scorcher has been reactivated, and anyone
let me
getting too
pause it for
close
us.
is subjected to Blah-D music.
Second. I still remember my first play of Gamma. I spawned in some kind of house, took a few steps, got exploded by an anomaly. Great stuff, great stuff. And I think I gone as the green ones, yeah, the hippies. Maybe I will remember their name later. Oh boy, my hair, my hair.
Those who listen become mindless husks.
zombie.
Those who understand the lyrics join the ever-surging ranks of Monolith. The UN and NATO have cracked down on arms trafficking. A gun is worth as much as the rust that's on it. Nothing new is coming in,
That
and
looks
everything
nice.
already here is scrap metal. Welcome to Gamma's progression system. It's actually very simple when you
That it
get
does.
down to it. None of your actions have any monetary value unless someone's paying. Luckily, there's a dynamic mission system, which ties into a sophisticated sandbox simulation that results in complete chaos. Take a request to clear out mutants. Complete it automatically because the AI did it for you. Take a delivery. Fail because your client took a shotgun to the face. Click every job on the task board without looking and get very surprised as you hear the approaching rotors of a Ukrainian military.
What the hell?
Situations arise, and coincidence
That
stacks
can happen
together to
too?
create interactions that are more ridiculous and bizarre than any scripted event.
Oh,
This is not an exaggeration. Anything can happen, and nothing is static. Anomalies move, radiation patches migrate, and factions go to war with one another, all in the course of a day. Act like a scumbag, and you'll end up in a body bag, as even your own faction would sooner kill a traitor than an enemy. Build a trustworthy reputation, and
Makes sense.
traitors will offer better supplies and ammunition. And for the rest, you're on your own. Perform enough work, and your clients will ping the location of a rare stash. These contain a random set of tools. When everything is garbage, your only option is to fix it. Guns are a series of parts that can be field stripped,
destroy it.
cleaned, and swapped out, unless they're completely trashed, in which case you need a full replacement. Lack of maintenance results in mechanical failure, while dirty, warped, or broken barrels turn bullets into glorified confetti. Equipment works a little differently. The condition and stats is the average durability of each component. Past a certain threshold, you can't repair directly, and the only way to restore them is by replacing the individual parts.
I
But
remember that.
everything I've described requires the appropriate repair kit
Oh,
for
the
that
toolkits.
category or complexity of gear, which can only be made with the appropriate set of tools. This
Toolkits
is
are
how Gamma
pain.
incentivizes the player to go
get.
north. To progress, we have to push deeper towards the heart of the zone, which is why I didn't get expert tools until 100 hours in, because I spent all my time building an incel bunker in the middle of Rostov.
Let me pause it. But expert tools, like when I played it with friends, like it's not co-op, unfortunately. If they add a co-op option, like to play with friends, it will be 100 times better. But imagine with the code and stuff. But yeah, definitely, if you could have multiplayer or cooperation and that stuff in Gamma, 100% better game makes it much better. But our problem was we were getting the good toolkits, expert toolkits, but we weren't getting the normal toolkits, the basic ones. So pain.
Look, virtually every challenge I've ever faced is an opportunity to engineer a solution. For example, I have a natural propensity for hoarding, which is why I craft and equip the highest possible carry capacity and still get overloaded. But with the help of my trusty chemistry set, I can take a bump of cocaine off my knife and sprint at 200 beats per minute for the next few hours. This works up an appetite, so I hotkey a bag of peanuts for consumption on the go. This is truly the most immersive experience. I tune up a G36, only to realize that every trader willing to sell to me is from a Warsaw pact, so they don't carry 556 NATO. Not a problem. As long as I have the appropriate casing, propellant, and projectile, I can handload it myself. But bullets are expensive, so I disguise myself as a hoodlum, build a 3x3 box fort to encase my body, and as one of them passes by, I deconstruct it and stab him in the face. In Gamma, you die quickly, and you die a lot.
Interesting. Oh, bye, Seth. It's the emission. Or was it not a mission?
Bite is a third of your health bar. If you don't have a bandage or anticoagulants, it'll quickly drop to 0. The camp isn't far, but your leg is completely raw, and running will only cause more fractures. So your best option is to reflect on your mistakes. Limbs take damage based on the location of the impact, with a multitude of fun and engaging disabilities. Treatment is a two-step process. We administer first aid to temporarily stop the symptoms, and to make the results permanent, we inject fentanyl. The success or failure of my expedition is decided entirely by the raw quantity of Fent needles inside my inventory. But sometimes, you can't outsmart the zone. If the sirens start blaring and comms suddenly go down,
it looks always so nice.
hide.
It looks so great. I remember in Stalker 2, a mission started when I was going into enemy base. Had to shoot everyone out. It's always fun whenever like the mission starts. You are with enemies and then you have a shootout in the building with the enemies while the mission is going on. Always fun.
Emissions and psi storms are the zone's reminder. We don't belong here. However, right after a blowout is the best time to hunt for artifacts, as anomaly fields soak the energy and result in their formation. Artifacts in Stalker are a bunch of passive stats. Artifacts in Gamma let you kick pseudo-giants to death and turn the game into Dark Messiah. Reverse the vector of approaching projectiles. Solo the entire late game with a fire axe. Reward your accuracy by accelerating each bullet faster than the last, until you accidentally miss, in which case your head explodes. Or sign a pact with a zone, which is completely irreversible, forcing you to feed it until there's nothing left to give, except yourself. But I wouldn't worry about that, because it's time for another sacrifice. Remember, the clock is ticking. Artifacts are now amazing possibilities that end in death or glory. The same is true of anomalies. The base game could be described as a cluster of fart clouds, causing the infliction of incredible gassy, and your subsequent demise. Compare this to a single anomaly in Gamma, which I can use to escape pursuing enemies, by temporarily pausing my existence, and causing a time dilation several hours into the future. And unlike the sequel, mutants actually have value. Oh, succulent cooked dog. Delicious. Washed down with mineral spring. Watered with blood of dragon.
Sad.
Herbal remedy infused with urine of incel virgin boy. That is, until you figure out all your needs can be met by copious amounts of Monster Energy Zero Ultra. And from there, you'll never have to sleep again. Look, I'm not going to explain why a fracture's body contains marijuana. If you're going to take issue with a realism, explain female stalkers. Strugatsky stated clearly in the lore, there's no women in the zone, because their menstrual cycles would sync up and wreak havoc in the sewer system. You can tell Gamma's priorities by the fact that there's an entire keyboard dedicated to switching between the side rail and the iron sights, configuring your red dot, turning on the infrared camera, switching the fire select, clearing a jam, relaxing your stance to show non-aggression, putting on your gen-free night vision, configuring its sensitivity, and rotating your neck without moving. This is tactical gun autism, because there's more than 100 fully accurate reproductions from World War II to the modern era, to which you can attach real-world scopes, suppressors, and underbarrel launchers. And it doesn't stop there, because I didn't include tactical conversions that fundamentally modify the entire frame. This is the whole point of Gamma, paying 200,000 rubles for a smuggled Raytheon thermal scope, so I can 10x zoom on a toilet in pitch darkness and appreciate the individual skid marks left behind. At night, the humble duende comes out to forage, As they are small and unbaptized, a single bullet sends him straight to hell,
One day.
where he belongs. I've played with the default configurations, and I was just fine. Granted, I ran out of matches at the start, and I couldn't save. But if you can't stay alive for even 3 minutes since your last quick save,
You can do quick
maybe
saves.
you shouldn't be here. PC gamers be like, quick save, quick load, when dad starts beating mom. Maybe this time she can survive the encounter
boy.
as she dodge rolls his belt pattern. But unlike Mother, we don't have to play victim. If you wanted to quick save normally, just open Mod Organizer and untick the plugin. If you want to tweak any of the individual settings, you can change many of them
so
in the
much
Mod
stuff
configuration menu.
in
After
there.
all, it's your experience, and there's no one to criticize you.
A
I know
massive
this too
simulator.
well. Over 10
That's
years
what you
ago,
can
I
call
was
it, a
playing a
massive sim.
roguelike on a train, and of all the worst things to happen, a Polish man caught me save scumming by deleting the folder and restoring a backup, and he simply shook his head in disappointment. This caused untold generational trauma, for which I am still seeking reparations. I've come a long way from stale bread and canned tomatoes. Now I roll with my squad as they glitch out and fail to correctly execute a bandit.
That's all he had.
Andre, take 5 and watch me hit this dart. We can use your Save-A helmet as a bong to recirculate the THC. In summary, I love Gamma and I thoroughly recommend it. I no longer care for my responsibilities. It's consumed my life, and all I want to do is hunt artifacts for below minimum wage. As always,
that's
more
new.
content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of Merchants Guild,
Thank you,
generously
sir.
funding and bankrolling these videos. Merry Christmas.
Thanks, Seth. What the?
Удачной охоты, Stalker.
What the? Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Seth. Great video. I enjoyed it. Definitely would recommend playing Gamma. Definitely would recommend checking out Seth's original video. Will be in the description below. Yep. But yeah, if you enjoyed this mediocre reaction, consider liking, subscribing, commenting. And if you didn't like it, well, dislike button is there, and comments telling me I'm bad, stupid, and stuff is there too. But yeah, thank you for watching, and see you at next one. What was it? Bye-bye. Bye.